The calculations for your hardness lab are a little bit hard to follow, so this video should help kind of explain how those calculations go. So from the materials list, so this will be on the DVD that comes in your lab kit, on the page that has all the materials that you're going to be using, this is the very last box, and it says that you have 1 EDTA, and it says 0.01 molar. That's the concentration of the EDTA. So I'm going to be using that in this next slide. So to find the calcium concentration, this is, I think, in the analysis section, number 33. It says use the following equation, determine the average concentration in moles per liter of the calcium ions present in your water, and then record this in your data table. And you'll want to show work for how you get this answer. So this is the equation that they've supplied me with. So to find my calcium, I'm going to take the molarity, and this is what I just got from that previous slide that had on the materials list, 0.01 molar. And then let's say that your average milliliters that you used was 0.7. So your number may be different here. And then you're going to divide by 10, which is the milliliters of water that you used. Now, in this calculation, the only thing that's going to change is this number. So everybody's going to have 0.01. Everybody will have 10 on the bottom. This number is the one that might be different for yours. But I'm going to go ahead and multiply those and divide by 10, and that's going to get me this number for the molarity of my calcium. To go onward and find 34, the next question, it says use the following equation, determine the average water hardness of your water, and record this information in data table 2 as well. And once again, you're going to want to show your calculation. So it says to find the parts per million. I'm going to take the molarity that I just found. The ratio is 1 calcium and 1 calcium carbonate. The molar mass of calcium carbonate is 100.06. And then I want to change it into milligrams, so I multiply by 1,000. So when ours, this was the molarity that we found in the last slide. I'm going to take it times 1 times the molar mass, 100.06, times 1,000. And again, the only number that's going to be different for you is this number. So I'm going to multiply all those together, and I got a value of about 70. And that puts it just out of the soft water category, so it's just starting to get hard. And there is a table in your lab manual that lists how they rank the hardness. So they have some that's soft water, some I think that they call hard, some moderately hard, and very hard. So you could match this up on that table to determine how hard the water is. Now, in the actual questions section, the first one asks you to tell what kind of hardness is in your water. And as I mentioned on the last slide, you're going to look at that table and see where your water sample falls into that. Question B says approximately how many calcium ions would you ingest by drinking 8 8-ounce glasses of your local water? It says hint, 1 ounce, or in other words fluid ounces, is 29.57 milliliters. Well, I know from my parts per million that that's the same thing as milligrams per liter. So if I have 29.57 milliliters, I want to change that into liters. So I divide by 1,000 and I get this many liters. So that's how many liters are in 1 ounce. But I am drinking 8 8-ounce glasses. So 8 8-ounce glasses is 64 ounces. So I'm going to take this times 64. So this is the amount of liters that I would be drinking if I drank 8 8-ounce glasses of water. And let's say that the hardness that you found was 75. In our last slide, I think we found 70, but we'll pretend that this is 75. That's the same thing as 75 milligrams per liter, because we said that parts per million was the same as milligrams per liter. So if I have 75 milligrams per each liter and I drank 1.892 liters, that means I'm going to have 142 milligrams of calcium. The only thing that's going to be different for you is going to be this number, this 75 milligrams. You're going to use whatever you found. The rest of this 1.892, that's going to be the same for each person. Now question C wants to find out What percent of your daily requirements could you meet by drinking a liter of your local water? So if you have 1 liter, and we said that we were going to have 75 milligrams per each liter. Now, obviously, your number here might be a little bit different, but you're going to take 1 times that number and divide by 1, and that's going to be the milligrams that you're going to have. So then I took that milligram and divided by the total that I need in a day, which it says is 1,150 milligrams, and then to get a percent, I'm going to multiply it by 100, and I got 6.5%. Obviously, your answer might be a little bit different.